Welcome back to Get Over Your Shit, the podcast dedicated to helping digital course creators, entrepreneurs, and small business owners stop overthinking and start executing. I'm Malinda Watt, your host and fellow overthinker, here to guide you through the maze of self-doubt and procrastination that keep us stuck. Today we're tackling something that almost every entrepreneur struggles with at some point. Imposter syndrome, that nagging feeling that you're not good enough or that somehow, despite your successes, you're a fraud waiting to be exposed. Does that sound familiar? You're not alone. In fact, imposter syndrome is incredibly common among entrepreneurs, and yet it can hold back both personal and business growth in a really big way. So, if you've ever felt like you don't belong in the room you've worked so hard to get into, today's episode is for you. Let's dive into how to recognize imposter syndrome, its roots, and most importantly, how to combat it so that you can take action with confidence. First things first, what is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is the belief that your success is the result of luck, timing, or even some kind of a fluke, and that soon enough, people will find out you're not as capable as they think. It's that little voice in your head saying, I don't deserve to be here, or I'm not good enough. And for many entrepreneurs, it's a huge hurdle that shows up over and over again. So how do you know if you're experiencing imposter syndrome? Some common signs include constantly doubting your abilities, feeling like your achievements aren't deserved, and even avoiding challenges because you're afraid of failure. These feelings can impact your decision-making, your confidence, and ultimately your success. When imposter syndrome takes over, it can paralyze you, keeping you from moving forward or fully owning your accomplishments. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's a tough one. But the good news is, we can work through it. So where does imposter syndrome come from? It's not like we wake up one day and decide to doubt ourselves. The roots of imposter syndrome often run deep, and understanding them is key to breaking free from its grip. There are a few common factors at play. So, psychological factors. Our brains are wired to protect us from failure. Sometimes this manifests as imposter syndrome, a defense mechanism that makes us second guess our capabilities so we don't risk failing or being judged. That one hits close to home for me. Social factors. As entrepreneurs, we're constantly bombarded with images of success. Social media feeds show us only the highlight reels of other people's lives, and it's easy to feel like we don't measure up. That pressure to be perfect can trigger or worsen feelings of inadequacy. And past experiences. Let's be honest. Our upbringing, past failures, or even societal pressures can fuel these feelings. Maybe you've been told at some point that you're not good enough. Or perhaps you've internalized the belief that you need to achieve more to be worthy of success. These experiences add layers to the imposter syndrome that many of us face. Understanding these roots doesn't solve the issue overnight, but it gives us perspective. And that's the first step in overcoming it. As I've shared in a previous episode, this podcast is a form of accountability for myself to keep showing up and moving forward. At the time of recording this podcast, I'm still struggling to hit the publish button on the offer that you can find in the show notes, onepagewebsitesuccess.com. I think the biggest piece right now is I'm still completely afraid it won't sell, that no one will buy it. But if that's the case, my rational brain already knows my next pivot or how I can repurpose all the content into a new offer. All is not lost here. I just need to move forward. Get it done, get over my shit about it, and take the next step. Now, let's get into the actionable part. We can't wish imposter syndrome away, but we can actively work on changing how we think and feel about ourselves. I'm going to share 3 practical exercises that can help you start chipping away at imposter syndrome and boost your self-confidence. If you've been dreaming of crossing Finish website off your list of things to do, but don't know where to start, I've got just the thing for you. Whether you're overwhelmed by all the tech talk or just short on time, listen up, because this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. One-page website success. the easy, step-by-step guide to creating a professional website in no time at all. You'll discover how to design and launch a beautiful, functional site without tech overwhelm. Perfect for busy entrepreneurs like you. This program is designed for women over 40 who want a no-fuss approach to getting their website online. Whether you're brand new to building a website or you've tried before and felt stuck and hesitated to promote your site because you're embarrassed with the result, I'll guide you through the entire process of building that very first page. Imagine no more staring at a blank screen, wondering where to begin, no more endless hours Googling tutorials that just confuse you even more. Instead, you'll have the clarity and confidence to launch a one-page website that captures your brand and connects you with your ideal customers without ever feeling lost. Ready to ditch the overwhelm and finally take your business online? Head over to onepagewebsitesuccess.com today. You'll be surprised at just how simple it can be. That's onepagewebsitesuccess.com. Your roadmap to a professional website in less time than you thought possible. Let's get your business online the right way. Okay, exercise 1, self-affirmation. This is all about building a positive self-image. Each day, take a few moments to affirm your strengths. Write down a few sentences like, I am capable, I have earned my success, or I am enough. Speak them out loud to yourself. It might feel awkward at first, but affirmations help rewire your brain to focus on your strengths rather than your perceived weaknesses. Exercise 2. Reframing success. Often, imposter syndrome makes us feel like our successes are just lucky breaks or flukes. This exercise helps you reframe your success as evidence of your competence. When you achieve something, don't dismiss it. Reflect on the specific skills and efforts that got you there. You didn't just stumble into success, you worked for it. Acknowledging this will remind you that you truly deserve your accomplishments. And remember, those accomplishments can be big and small. Getting this podcast episode recorded and off to Chris to be edited is a huge accomplishment for me today, even though it might seem small. The success is in having it done in a reasonable amount of time so I'm not putting it off too close to the deadline. Keeping with my weekly schedule commitment I've made to grow this podcast. And when I remember to, I'll add these things to a note in my phone. Those little accomplishments, big and small. Something kind a friend or a client said to me, a milestone I've reached in my business, something I'm proud of my son for doing because, hey, that also means I'm doing something right in that department. The reason I add them to a note in my phone is so that I can come back to it and remind myself of these things. The list can really add up over time, and I don't know about you, but I'm terrible at remembering these things in a moment of feeling as though I'm failing and I'm not enough. Exercise 3, seeking support. This one's big. Imposter syndrome thrives in isolation. Share your experiences with others, whether it's a mentor, a business group, or even friends. You'll quickly realize that you're not alone. Get feedback from people you trust, because sometimes it's hard to see our strengths clearly. Others can help remind you of how far you've come. The more you practice these exercises, the more you'll start shifting your mindset from doubt to confidence. So here's the key takeaway from today. Imposter syndrome is common, but it doesn't have to define you or your success. The more you understand it, the more you can take steps to combat it. Through self-affirmation, reframing your success, and seeking support from others, you can start to change your mindset. And trust me, you are far more capable than you're giving yourself credit for. Remember, you don't have to wait until you feel ready or perfect to take action. Your experiences, skills, and achievements have brought you this far, and they will continue to carry you forward. Embrace your worth, own your success, and always keep pushing past those mental blocks. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Get Over Your Shit. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe, share this episode with a fellow overthinker, and leave a review. Until next time, remember, progress over perfection. Keep moving forward. You've got this. Hey there, business owner. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed trying to build, redesign, or manage your website, it's time to stop stressing. Let me introduce you to your WordPress confidant. Whether you're just getting started or ready to take your website to the next level, I'm here to help. So, what's a WordPress confidant? We specialize in guiding women entrepreneurs just like you through the entire process of creating and refining your WordPress website. From choosing the right tools to simplifying your tech, we'll work together to create a site that's not just beautiful, but actually works for your business. I'll take the overwhelm out of the tech and make sure your website reflects your vision, your style, and speaks to your customers. And the best part? You're not alone. You'll get personalized one-on-one support from someone who understands your needs and is just as invested in your business as you are. So if you're ready to ditch the confusion and finally get the website your business deserves, head to yourwordpressconfidant.com and book a consultation today. I can't wait to help you bring your vision to life.